So she really quickly said like, hey, you should apply to this grant. After that, it was a 2-year process for us to actually apply for a government program where we created a model where the government partially subsidized the systems. So we would earn cash for the systems. And then the final user would pay a monthly fee to maintain the systems and to create local jobs. So those were the first two initial sources of funding, sort of awards and grants, and then government programs. We tried to renew that program in a second call for proposals, but since the government had changed, they didn't want anything to do with the previous government, so they rejected any proposal that had already been approved. And then we sort of battled with getting other government programs on board. So we got a small state program where we did like a similar effort, and we also installed, I think, like 400 or 500 systems. And then in 2013 or 14, the new government launched a new energy reform. So this energy reform included a lot of transition to renewables and also a specific fund that was called the Universal Energy Access Fund, which basically did a mechanism for government to get capital to invest in having 100% electricity coverage in Mexico. So some of the people that were still at the energy ministry, we contacted them, and they were actually working on structuring this new program. So they invited us to a couple of working groups. So we would participate in, like, I would say a bi-weekly government meeting, at least for 2 years, where we would sort of give ideas on how to structure a program that might provide electricity to 100% of Mexico. And with that, those meetings, I think we were able to influence public policy in a favorable way. And we actually, I think we had 2 big wins, I believe, that had to do with making these programs more sustainable. The program created an obligation for local jobs to be created. So for every 50 installs, you need to train 1 local technician. And that was part of the program that was obligatory and that you needed to do to be awarded a contract. And then the second one was that the end user, who would receive a very hefty subsidy for the government, would have to pay a very small monthly fee of, I think, was $8 at the time, to have access to the systems and to provide like maintenance and a battery replacement for the customers in the long term. So it was a program that was designed for long-term sustainability.